It was 2018, and I made a decision that felt small, but honestly wasn't. I decided I'd finally color my hair the way I wanted. Not for trends. Not to look acceptable. Not to fit into what people around me thought looked right. I genuinely wanted to see if changing my hair color would make me feel more confident, more me. I believed that if I stopped hiding behind my natural, safe look and actually expressed myself, my confidence would glow automatically. So I went to the salon. After the haircut, I told the stylist I wanted to color my hair. She looked at me and said, "Don't do it. It won't suit you. Girls like you should keep it natural. You'll regret it." And that was it. I wanted to say, "Please do it anyway." But I didn't. I smiled. I stayed quiet. I agreed. And when I rewind my life, I realized this wasn't a one-time thing. There are dozens of moments where I didn't take my own decisions. Not because I didn't know what I wanted, but because I couldn't say no. If you relate to this video is for you. Listen carefully. If you don't say no, you're indirectly saying yes. And someone who keeps saying yes is not a nice person. They're a free servant. At work, at least you get paid for saying yes. In real life, when you become a yes girl for free, you're handing your life over to other people without getting anything in return. And no one tells you this, but this slowly destroys your life. You miss opportunities. You lose self-respect. You wake up one day realizing your life doesn't even feel like yours. Now, here is the uncomfortable truth. You don't struggle to say no because you're a kind. You struggle because you're scared. Inside you is a primitive brain. Call it the reptile brain, lizard brain, survival brain, whatever. Its only job is survival. Avoid danger, avoid rejection, avoid conflict. So whenever someone asks you for something, a favor, your time, your agreement, that brain panics. It doesn't think logically. It doesn't understand that saying no won't kill you. It just thinks, what if they get angry? What if they stop liking me? What if I'm alone? That's why your body freezes. That's why your mouth says yes before your mind can react. So, how do you fix this? First, meditation, not spiritual nonsense. Real awareness training. Meditation teaches you to recognize fear while it's happening. You start noticing, okay, I am not saying yes because I want to. I am saying yes because I am anxious. That awareness alone gives you power. But meditation is a long-term solution. If you want a quick fix, here it is, exposure therapy. Fear exists because something is unfamiliar. The brain doesn't trust what it hasn't practiced. That's it. So you start small. You don't suddenly become aggressive or reckless. You practice tiny acts of discomfort, saying no to a small favor, asking a question in class, expressing an opinion even if your voice shakes. Every time you do it, your brain learns, I didn't die. Nothing terrible happened. There's a line I live by. Walk into the path of fear, and fear will stop existing. And no, this doesn't mean doing dangerous things. It means doing things that are psychologically uncomfortable but safe. Now, the second major factor people ignore. You need friends. Real ones. If you have no social circle, your brain feels alone, like a human without a tribe. So it tries to survive by pleasing everyone. That's why people with no close friends tolerate disrespect. They're terrified of losing the last connection they have. Once you have your own people, your brain relaxes. You stop begging for approval. You stop over-explaining. You stop people-pleasing. And finally, the most important piece, self-image. If deep down you think you're worthless, you'll never say no. You'll tolerate anything, disrespect, manipulation, exhaustion, because you don't believe you deserve better. So here's a brutal but effective exercise. Take a paper and a pen. Write down what you hate about yourself. Now, for each one, write gratitude, not fake positivity. Perspective. If you hate your body, be grateful it functions. If you hate your face, be grateful you're healthy. If you hate your voice, be grateful you can speak. This trains your brain to stop attacking itself. And once your self-image improves, saying no becomes natural, not forced. So listen, if you meditate, if you practice exposure, if you build real connections, and if you fix your self-image, you won't learn to say no. You'll stop being afraid of it. And that's when your life actually becomes yours.